dudes. You gonna go for a ride? Come here, Otto, Ozzy, come. Let's go for a ride. Otto, Ozzy, come. Come on. Let's go for a ride. Nice jump, dude. Ozzy, come on. You gonna do that too? All right, I got you, brother. Ready? Oh, good jump. There you go. All right, you guys stay. Watch out, Ozzy. Watch that head, dude. Oh, guys, this is crazy. Oh, hey, dude. Oh, guys, in this video, we got some serious splaining to do. You good, bro? Where's mommy? Show that ugly face to the camera. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. Otto, good boy. Oh, guys, I forgot to formally introduce my dogs. This is Otto. He's a 4.5-year-old Australian Shepherd, full size. And this is Ozzy. He's a 2.5-year-old Australian Shepherd, both purebred dogs, but he is a toy. He's small. He's full grown. Yeah, it's crazy to think about. And they're not related, actually, but they share the same red Merrill colors. They are awesome dogs. Anybody that has Australian Shepherds out in the audience, you know what I'm talking about, but anybody that's a dog lover in general, any pet really, I'm a big fan.
You took my seat.
You've been replaced. Otto, come on, bud.
Okay,
in the back. In the back. Good boys. Hi, love.
Hey, what's up?
One of the last maiden voyages for the SRT in its current shape. We've had the SRT now as a part of our fleet for...
Not very long.
Funny story. You want to tell everybody? You want me to tell everyone?
I mean, I think that it's okay that I don't have
I think you do it intentionally.
No,
just to make the conversation the fact that you're married to a YouTuber that is full-time and you don't have the YouTube app on your phone.
I guess I'm not supportive. I don't know.
No, I think you're just a rebel with a cause. Just to defy stereotypes.
What would my cause be?
Just to defy the stereotype, because like everybody would say, oh, well, yeah, she definitely has the YouTube app.
Well,
February 4th. So we've had the SRT in our possession for literally actually 4 months, because today's the 2nd of June. And yeah, guys, we're actually, we're gonna be letting it go. What?
Yes, we're saying goodbye. So long, farewell. How's it go?
I don't know what you're singing, babe.
It's like a Disney song, like so long, farewell, I'll be goodbye. No, you just ringed it.
Sorry. So, yeah, we're gonna be getting rid of the SRT.
Why, you ask?
And everybody might be asking why, and there's a good reason, honestly. It's actually a really cool reason, and this is why I'm actually okay with it.
Because I hate it.
Are you just trying to create some drama here?
Yeah.
Do you actually want to explain the real reason?
Like the Hulk, like...
Just don't turn green on us. We might get worried a little bit. Well, do you want me to actually give the real reason why, or do you? I think it'd be cool to come from you. So should I give a little bit of context?
No, I'll
just real quick.
Okay.
Should we give them a reason why, and then we can explain?
Okay, so I know it's a little bit confusing for everyone to kind of, sorry, I have to look forward. I get like really car sick. I'm like the worst person ever in the car, which is part of the reason we're actually getting rid of it. So a couple months ago, I obviously was obsessed with my Wrangler. My Wrangler was my dream car. I know it sounds funny, like some of you, your dream car might be like a souped up diesel, or it might be a Lamborghini.
Hey, everybody's got their own.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own.
Yeah.
And that's why we're all human.
So I guess, I don't want to call it low maintenance, but for me, a dream car wasn't, you know, like an Audi R8 or a Lamborghini or like a Bugatti. It was a Jeep Wrangler. I just think that Jeep Wranglers have always been something that I thought was like really cool. And then, so when Jack first came to me and said like, hey, I think we should get rid of the Wrangler, but not really get rid of it.
Because we were starting Doors Off Supply Company, so actually guys, right now, you can win our first Jeep Wrangler. We're actually giving it away. It's a 2019 Stingray Jeep Wrangler through Doors Off Supply Company, which is one of our giveaway businesses, and $10,000 on cash.
On cash.
With an additional $10,000 on top.
Cha-ching. So, my initial response was no.
I was trying to convince her that the Grand Cherokee, the SRT, was actually a better suited vehicle for like the all-around family need. And I guess I kind of part did this. We're jumping to the end here, but I guess I kind of part did this because, well, the SRT is a really cool car. I mean, it's powerful. It's got a 6.4 liter Hemi. Like, we just went around a really tight turn in sport mode. And it hooks like a Hellcat. It makes 500 horsepower to the wheels. It's all-wheel drive. It's got these kick-ass SRT seats, and it's just a really, really cool-looking car. I mean, look at this racing steering wheel. It's cooler than some sports cars that I've owned in the past. It's got carbon fiber trim. It's got this massive panorama sunroof, all this space in the back. And I really thought that it would be like the perfect kind of like everyday car, and I daily it a lot, and she was gonna be dailying it.
I do still work. My career is really important to me, and it's something that I worked really hard for. I do commute about 30 minutes to work one way, so it's
nice
a Wrangler.
Classic Camaro. Sorry,
that is
squirrel
pretty.
moment.
So it was a Wrangler, really the best, most practical car. in our situation, probably not, but everyone kind of knows how that is when you find something that you love, even if it's not other people's version of practical, it just works for you. That's kind of what a Wrangler was for me. So when Jack talked about keeping the Wrangler but it not being my car, that was like really hard for me to digest. I love the Wrangler. I love the way he built that Wrangler for me. It makes me like emotional. I think for me it was like the true I always understood what you were doing, and I always
it was an expression
you.
of yourself, right? Basically, is what you're saying.
I always supported you and enthusiasts, but I don't think I really understood what it meant to, like, in my heart, as lame as that is, like, be an enthusiast. But that Wrangler gave me that. Like, that Wrangler was like, I'm an enthusiast now, and like I can relate. Like, I know what it's like to love what you drive.
Like to be overly obsessed. Yeah. About
like
your
I
vehicle.
would see it, I'd come out of my job and I'd see it and I'd be like, okay, like this rocks. Like I get to drive home in this, or like
you're like, is it a nice day? Should we take the freedom panels off?
Yeah.
Is it a super nice week? Should we take the top off?
Like,
should we take the doors off? We had extra mirrors for it, like all that kind of stuff.
So I think that the SRT, and I'm sure so many of you have done this, like there's a big life change coming and you expect that you should make like a sacrifice.
You're like forcing yourself to adult.
Yeah,
basically.
And we looked at the Grand Cherokees actually before I even had my RAV4, if you've been with the channel for a while, and I just didn't really like them. No offense if you have one, I think they're a great car, but for me, even back then, I wasn't a fan. So to me, this was just what I had to do because Jack.
Yeah, all right, so then
me.
let me elaborate. Like, we husbands out there, boyfriends, significant male others, let's just say in relationships, however they might be.
You bullied me.
Yeah, and it's kind of like one of those things, it's like, all right, you know, we try to like make decisions, right? And in that instance, like I was like, all right, Jeep Wrangler, like maybe a little bit unpractical, like SRT Grand Cherokee, faster, cool, makes cool sounds, 8-speed transmission. Like it's just, God, this road is just terrible.
It is terrible.
And it just seemed like a really good move, but I think I actually robbed my wife of her passion for her car. And that's on me. Like I felt as if it was the better decision, so I truly persuaded her on this direction. And you know, as any spouse would, you listen to your significant other as they're kind of pitching ideas to you. You got to hear them out on anything, whether it's, you know, completely logical or completely off the wall, whatever the case might be. And she gave it a shot. She really did. She drove it a lot.
So a couple of the things you're probably wondering, and again, I think it's really important. You don't have to agree with me. I guarantee a lot of people don't agree with me. I'm sure they think the SRT is a way better car, and if that's your opinion, I fully respect that. But for me, a Wrangler just had everything that, you know, I wanted. It made me happy. It brought me joy. I never minded commuting in it. I never minded putting gas in it, which I did a lot. And
this thing's actually just as bad.
Yeah. So the SRT, the main reason, I was jokingly saying that I hated it again. I hate it. No, I'm kidding. Is, to be completely honest, it's a lot of car, and I know that for some of you, you're like, wow, she's a total sissy, and I am. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I drive like a grandma. I get really car sick when I go fast. Anytime Jack and I travel, I have to take travel medication because I get so sick. So the power and the torque and how fast this thing goes, for me, just taking off, I almost couldn't really figure it out, how to make it not be, you know, kind of very jolty. The brakes have been really hard for me to get used to, and when I hit them, I feel like I'm going through the windshield or the dogs are going through the windshield, and I've noticed that I'm so used to the Wrangler windshield that for me it feels really hard to see when I'm turning with blind spots. And just in general, I haven't, even in the 4 months, ever reached the point of feeling comfortable or excited to drive it. In fact, it's been the polar opposite, where I have kind of been not going places because I don't feel comfortable, as well as COVID. Like even driving to my mom and dad's, like I just don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, and I think that there's a lot to be said just about like overall your comfort with a vehicle.
But I just don't feel safe. I almost don't know how to handle it. I mean, I feel like I'm driving like a race car.
And I think this all kind of boils back to what's really cool is like with Doors Off Supply Company, I mean, when we got that Wrangler, like we immediately jumped like full body into that Jeep Wrangler community. We modified our Jeep. It was just amazing. I mean, there's a Wrangler right here in front of us, and like every time we pass a Wrangler, we're actually like Jeep waving at them, and they're like, yo, what are you doing, bro? Why are you waving at us? Like you're not in a Wrangler, whatever the case might be. We want to get back into that straight up. That's pretty much the reason why we're actually pulling into my shop right now, because in this video we're going to be putting the SRT back to stock. Sure. Caleb, I'm sorry, but he's really bad sometimes. So yeah, sorry, as I was saying, we are just completely obsessed with the Jeep Wrangler culture, and the benefits of owning an SUV far underweigh to the lifestyle that comes with Jeep Wrangler ownership. It's absolutely awesome. It's just something that if you know, you know. You might win this Jeep Wrangler right here, as a matter of fact, because this is the one that's up for grabs, and a $10,000 on cash for dog number 1. We're dog people, doors off giveaway. You guys can see the correlation. And this was my wife's baby. And you know what? I give her credit because we really spiced this thing up. The Falcon shocks, the cool wheels, the cool tires, the lift kit. I mean, the paint match, everything. It's the baby. It's literally, I mean, it's our baby. You've got our baby right here too.
Guys, be kind. I'm like 9 months pregnant, ready to pop. Like,
she's doing an amazing job, seriously. Buddy out in the audience.
Any minute. They told us any minute. So Jack and I were like,
so what do we do? Go to the shop and work on cars. Perfect.
Film a video.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Just what you want to do when you're ready to pop.
But yes,
no,
so.
I mean, I obviously.
Look at how she looks at it.
I know.
It makes you so happy.
Well, it's just one of those things, like for me, it's something that turns heads, and it is a modifiable vehicle, and I just absolutely love driving it.
Something you're proud of. Yeah. Guys, I've never heard my wife in the, how many years are we together? 8 years that we're together. Talk about a vehicle the way that she did a Wrangler, and I never really heard her talk about the SRT that way. And honestly, I think that I kind of selfishly acted here because I always kind of wanted an SRT. I got the SRT, but guys, take it from me. Don't convince your wife to do something that she doesn't want to do if you want to do it, because you're going to end up doing what she wants to do anyway.
Not true. We're doing, well, true.
Kind of true. But it's okay. Like, that's completely fine. And I'm honestly just super proud of her for speaking up and saying that she loves it. And I'm happy that you love them.
How many people's wives ask them for a cheaper car?
Yeah, and that's a benefit too. I guess only time will tell, because we might surprise you with something, because we've been looking for Jeeps and we're just waiting for the right one. Attractive pregnancy.
Oh, you're awful. You did this to me.
You're very attractive for me.
You did this to me.
And like I was saying, we're kind of looking around for you right now. We're trying to find one. Are you flexible in color?
No. I'm done being flexible. I know what I want.
So what colors?
Stingray. Or white.
Good choices.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's all we really need to know. But guys, this is why we're at the shop tonight, because we're actually going to be taking off the Vossen wheels and the Extreme Contacts by Continental, and we're going to be removing the rear spring so we can get this thing back to stock and get it sold.
How I feel about the Wrangler?
All right, guys, so we're about to get to work right... Did I just wake you up?
No, I'm just dreaming of a Jeep Wrangler.
Jeepers, babe.
Just like the one I used to know or have, where the fender flares match the paint.
I'm done. I'm done. Otto ran away. We actually got work to do.
It's freezing.
So we should get started. As I said, boys, say farewell to what is my version of a really awesome SRT Grand Cherokee. It's been real. I love you. I love you. Don't tell me. Don't tell me why. I love you. Don't want to get rid of you. But, and I'm excited to get that engine. I could show you how to Back to stock test drive is complete, and we are golden, good as new. Only 9,400 miles on this thing. When we got it, it had a bold 3,000 on it. So you would say in 4 months we put 6,000 miles on it. That's actually a pretty considerable amount of driving, considering the average American puts about 13,000 miles on their car in 1 year. Best part of all, whoever decides to get this thing next will actually get it with its full factory powertrain warranty. The small eye-box springs and the wheels that I did to this wouldn't void anything on it, but I figured I would put it back to stock just for whoever decides to get it next. What do you think?
So long. No, as we like to say in our household, passion is the priority, and I'm so excited to just get back in a Wrangler and feel that.
Feel that wind in your bun?
Yeah, that's why my hair always looks like a rat's nest, because I'm used to Wrangler. No, I'm kidding. I think whoever ends up with this SRT is going to be super pumped about it.
It was fun. I wanted to boost it, but we're not doing that. It's all good, though.
But I think that you guys will be surprised with the second car that we're adding to the channel. So the secret's out. I am getting a Wrangler. It's going to be awesome.
What?
I don't know anything about it.
We're looking for the right one. Similar yet different, if that makes any sense.
There is a second one coming to the channel.
Woo! Maybe I'm not going to say anything about that one. So guys, that's where I'm about to end this video because it's a late night. The fam was super patient tonight. We've got the doggies in the car. They're ready to rock and roll home. We got to get the high country back in the shop, and we gotta end this day. It was a good one though. So with that being said, grab some entries for dog number 1, aka Doors Off giveaway number 1. Stay tuned for Dream Diesel giveaway number 11, which will be launching here very soon. And hit us up on Doors Off Supply Co. on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Big things are happening there. A lot of Jeep content coming that way. That being said, my likely gonna love you guys. Do what you do best. Tap that subscribe button on your way out. I'll see y'all in the next upload.